Hey YouTube, this is Sunny Rain 247, and today is April 18th, 2011. I am 8 months post-op, about I think 33 weeks. If I were to count out the weeks, I think it's 33, 34 weeks, because it doesn't quite, since there are sometimes 5 weeks in a month, you know how that is. But my Surgiversary date was August the 12th, 2010. That's when I had my lap band surgery. Best decision I ever made. I still say that. And so I'm about a week late making my video. And I've been meaning to make a video. I actually made a video April the 6th that I just have not had an opportunity to upload. So I am going to upload that, but I felt it was only fair to make another video before I upload that one because it's so late. But I said a lot on it, and I want to share it with you because I think it's important to share, right? I find this community so important, and I want to share that. So I'm going to upload that one, but I wanted to do a new one, and definitely our Surgiversaries are so important, and I've said that I love saying that word, Surgiversary. So since I get to say that word again, I wanted to do my eighth month. So I am at I have 6 cc's in my band. I just went to see my doctor again last week, and that for the first time I did not need a fill. I think that was my 5th or 6th visit since my surgery. But I am at my sweet spot, and I did not need a fill. But that was my first time, because the last time I went, for any of you that have seen some of my videos, I had waited, I think, 2 months in between, and when I went the last time, I was feeling like I had waited a little bit too long, and I had gained a couple pounds. But this time, so he had me come back a little bit sooner, but I did need a fill this time. My weight loss has slowed, but only because I've kind of slowed it down a little bit. I haven't decided if I'm quite at goal. It's very strange, and I'm sure some of you will understand. I'm close to goal in my mind, but to be honest, I think size-wise, I'm probably there, but because my goal is 140 pounds, I'm at 140. I'm at 143.2, and except for this morning when I was actually 141.6. That was 141.6, but my weigh-in date is on Sunday, so my official weigh-in, as far as I'm concerned, is 143.2, which would put me down 56.8 pounds. This is my date of surgery, which was, I was at 200 pounds on the day of surgery. And so I have to decide if I'm at goal and at maintenance. And it's strange because I've been fine, but this weekend, and I'm still getting adjusted to my band, but this weekend my band, and I haven't named my band. Sometimes I call my band Bandy. So Bandy was very finicky this weekend, and I wasn't very hungry, and when I did eat, I found I PB'd a couple times. I just couldn't, even things that I thought I should be able to keep down, I couldn't. I don't know if it's hormonal. I'm not sure if it's the weather. But normally I don't PB, but this weekend I did a couple times. So I felt like the weight loss I had today with the 141 was probably just because I wasn't very hungry over the weekend, and I PB'd a couple of times. But that's not normal for me. I don't usually PB. So I don't know what was going on this weekend. But today, Monday, I watched what I ate, and I was very cautious. I didn't overeat. I didn't overeat over the weekend either, but it was just sometimes the band is just finicky, and I don't know what causes it to be, and it's just the way it is. So realistically, I'm sure once I get water in me and things like that, I'll be back up to the 143.2. So I think that it's very important. I wanted to make the video because I haven't been on, like I said, and I find that I know when I go on and watch your videos, I always wonder, like when there are faces that drop off, I always wonder what happened. Like I hope they haven't stopped their journey. I hope they're doing okay. Because we become accustomed to seeing each other's faces, even though most of us haven't met one another. Some of us have talked to one another, but I feel like I know so many of you from watching your journeys. I've met some of your children online and met your pets and seen your homes and watched you in the gym and watched what food you eat and shared that and gone to the store with you with your grocery shopping. And so we share so much online that when people's faces suddenly just kind of drop off and you don't see them anymore, you wonder what happened. And you hope that they're doing okay and that they haven't given up. So I wanted to let people know that I haven't given up. Definitely not. I'm never going to give up. And that I'm doing okay, and I'm still fighting the good fight, and trying to get the exercise in and the water, and trying to do all the things that we're supposed to do for this journey, which is a long, lifelong journey. It's always going to be, it's a process. It's not something that we're going to conquer overnight. It's not, just losing the weight is just half the battle, right? Even though it's a struggle to lose the weight. But then once you lose the weight, it's going to be a struggle to keep it off. But I can't even think that way. I just have to say that, you see those ads. I'm sure many of you, I live in Southern California, and you go down, I go down the road driving, and you see all these billboards for the lap band ads. You don't see so much for gastric bypass, but it's the same concept, right? You see these ads that say, oh, get your lap band today and you'll be, beautiful tomorrow. You'll lose all this weight, and it's so easy. They make it sound like it's just snap, instantaneously. You can eat everything you want. And we know that's not true. We know you cannot eat everything you want. You cannot eat anything you want. You cannot eat as much as you want, when you want. You still have to make all these choices. And so people that don't know that, they don't understand what we go through and how it's still a battle every day. You have to make choices. You have to keep your appointments. One thing that my doctor said when I went to him last week, he was very happy with my progress. And he said he found that the people who did the best with the lap band, and this is probably true for gastric bypass or RNY or any of the other surgeries, are the people who keep their appointments regularly, and who live he felt who lived the closest to, or worked the closest, because they were able to keep their appointments. Now, I know there are some people, for instance, I think Anumi 1109, Tamika does not live close